Hello, everybody. Hold on one second. Let's see. I am going, I guess, to start this off with what I'm doing. My nose is very, very itchy all of a sudden. Anyways, basically, what is going on is simple. I am, as my title says, making the masa for my tamales. I've already got my beef been cooking for hours now. I'm using a slow cooker to do this. I started it off on low for 2 hours, and then I moved it up to what was it? I moved it up to a higher um, level, basically, so it can cook it a little bit faster. I've already got my corn husk soaking in the water, and the way I season it, I'm not going to tell you about. I also am making beans as well. Moved it up to a higher. Stupid. My phone, there it goes. Beans as well. And I made one batch of masa, which is for my cheese tamales. And now I'm making my regular masa. It's a mayo. And so I'm actually using the, instead of the water that it applies or requests that you use, I'm using the mixture from my beef that I have cooking. So the flavor's in there. I'm not using any lard or anything like that. I'm not adding that in here. But this is what I'm using. Voila! This is the product that I'm using. It's the 100% premium white corn, which is why I got it. And then it looks like this. Here, I don't know. It's all white. I don't know if you can see that well. But that's what's up. So I've measured out my products. And I'm not really going to measure my liquid. I'm going to mix this to the texture that I want. Um, but I'm putting a hole here in the center. Let's see if I can tilt this down so you can see. Oh, stay still. Stay still. Stay still. There it goes. So I'm making a little hole right here in my mixture, like a little valley. And I'm going to slowly add this in. I'm just going to mix it around. I'm probably going to need a little bit more product. And I did not strain off the vegetables that are in here. I thought that it would add a nice flavor and texture. It did well with the other batch that I've created. And again, I will show you that I colored it orange to give more of a way to tell it apart from the others instead of tying them up and making them look differently. I'm not going to use a lot of the product that I cooked in, mainly because of the fact that it's still somewhat cooking. I'm taking my ring off. And then I'm just using beef broth straight from the little bottle. What is it called? Box bottle. This is very, very warm. Oh, that's so warm. And I'm just going to mix it to the texture that I want. And I won't be coloring this batch. Again, like I said, I did color the other one. And I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. I've got it already. It's all over my clothes. I've got it colored orange. I don't know. I did this when I was younger. And we did everything by hand. And we didn't add any of the lard or Crisco or shortening or whatever you want to call it. Um, we just used the liquids that we baked in or cooked in, and then finished it off with whatever broth we had. Um, and it was good. I've only made these a couple of times. Um, and like I said, the last time I did, I was a teenager, many, many years ago. So I'm trying to go based off memory. And for those of you who know me, I'm 33. So it's pretty a long time since I've made this. And if we need more liquid, which I feel like we're gonna need it, I can just go grab some more from my batch that I'm cooking the beef in. Let's see, I think I started cooking around 8:30 on Friday. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. I've been cooking now for 6 hours. So my beef is probably going to be ready pretty soon. Um, I personally like to allow my beef to cool off before I start breaking it apart. Um, and then I'll recook it with some seasoning. I don't make any sauces or anything like that. I'm very plain Jane. I'm going to need more liquid. So, I will be right back. And I will go get that liquid and bring it over here. Wash my hand off. So I'll be right back. Oh, it's on my clothes. Now, what I have in my liquid here, yeah, 6 hours, my um, is beef broth and onions, cilantro, some garlic. Um, you can see all that in there. I added some salsa because I'm weird like that. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. Set this aside as I'm charging my phone over here. And since this is hot, I'm just gonna use my fork. I also use some other seasonings that I won't mention. Uh-oh. No. Charge. Don't hang up on me. Hold on. I gotta make sure my phone's charging. It's broken. Come on. Broke. Don't be a fool. There it goes. All right. That should be all the liquid that we're gonna need. We'll see though. My daughter fell asleep watching Disney. I allowed her to sleep in our living room this evening. I'm in a different location. I'm not in my bedroom. This is going to be very, very hot. Oh, it's very, very hot. Okay. Now that I'm filling this, I'm probably going to need to add a little bit more. It's hot. A little bit more masa because it's very, very goopy, which I was afraid was going to happen, but we can always fix that by adding a little bit more. We're just going to absorb some of the liquid. We don't want to absorb all of it because we need it to be soft and smooth. But we don't want it super wet or super, super sticky. We want it to hold together. I say I like mine to be a little bit like wet sand. And so I just kind of start kneading it once it starts getting to that point. I just rip my nail off. That hurts. Look at that. I just freaking ripped my entire nail off. Not my natural nail, thank God. That hurts. I'm not bleeding. Ugh, that's so painful. So you see how that's sticking to me? That's not what I want. Oh, this sucks. I'm also using black beans that I'll be making to serve with this. I will not be putting it in my tamales, but I will be serving it with it. So it's basically making like a refried beans with black beans. I've had them soaking now for maybe 4 or 5 hours. This is like very tasking, and it's definitely a workout. But as you can see how it's starting to come together, almost like what's that product, Maya? Like kinetic sand. That's what it is. See, right there on the bottom. And the good thing about this is if it were to be really, if it were to get too dry by the time I go to use it, I would be able to add a little bit more liquid to it. But I'm going to cover it once I'm done. That is from the freaking corn husk. So as you can see, I'm just picking it up. It's like a nice ball. So it's definitely holding together and staying in place. It's so weird because I was playing with my black beans earlier as I was like sorting them out and stuff like that. And I won't lie, I was like, it's super satisfying. So yeah, this is actually pretty satisfying. So this is the texture we want how it's holding together. This is what I like, where it's nice and thick like this. So when I go to spread it, it's going to take some pushing, but as you can see, it's nice and thick and it sticks well. So I can even make little balls out of it if I wanted to, just by doing this. And this is a good way to test it as well and see how it forms. This is what I like. Sticky and but it's not like super sticky. I can actually touch it. I would say it's almost like a sticky that you would come in touch with when it comes to like slime when it's almost activated fully. But 1 second, I'll be right back. I have to wash my hands first. Be right there. Okay, I'm gonna kind of press this down a little. Do you see how it bounces a little? It just rises back up. So I'm going to use my handy dandy. Here's my food color. Saran wrap. I love this thing. It has a slide cutter on it. So I can just work with what I got here. Get it even. It takes like this. Whoops. Slide it across and remove it. I'll leave that opened over there just a little. And that's so it can kind of cool off. See, look. Remove that. It's still kind of warm from my liquid, but I'll leave it open in one area. So I'm just going to kind of loosely close this up. And I'll probably have to add more by the time I use this. I'm just going to set it over there and I'll show you. This is the one for the cheese. It is a orange. It's that good texture. It's very moist. I already know that I'm going to have to add liquid to that, but you know. Now I'm going to go one, get me something to drink. I'll be right back, and then I'm going to get the meat, test the meat out, and see how well that is, and show you guys what that's about. What about that life? I'm all green. I don't know why I'm greenish yellow. That's so weird. No, let's go back down and see what happens. Okay, okay, and now green. That was so weird. Okay, what is going on? What is the deal? Did y'all see me change colors? Maya, am I changing colors? Or is that just me thinking I'm changing colors? Oh, and this I was playing with the corn husk. I put it in the beans that I was soaking and it turned it a color. Let's take care of all this. All right. Is that being falling apart as I'm trying to lift this up?
Am I pissing you off, Papa?
Okay. I changed a lot of colors, man. That was awkward. Okay, so we're gonna come down. I'm gonna kind of move this out of my way. I'm not too worried about that. This is awesome. Now I want to try this just so I can say, hey, I picked it up and it just automatically just started. I stab it and it just falls apart. So we're gonna try it. Oh wow, that's really good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, so here we go. Someone messaged me or something. Normally, I would kind of wait for this to cool off, but I'm just gonna use a fork and pull this apart. And then I'm gonna take my hand mixer and kind of break it up a little bit more. And now this was a nice tender piece of meat to begin with. One trick that I learned was that when you're looking for tender meat, if you take it out of the package, especially pot roast, if you take it out of the package and you hold it and it bends without you having to bend it, it's very, very, very tender. And it's gonna, if you put enough moisture and product into it as you're cooking it, enough water, liquid, whatever, and you use basically a meat tenderizer as well. That's another way to make it happen. But yeah, it helps keep it tender. Oh, that's really hot. And since I'm not selling these, I'm just making them for my special someone. I'm their cousin, and me and my daughter and my family. I'm not really wearing gloves because I keep my hands very clean when I'm cooking. But if I were to sell these, then I would more than likely wear gloves, even though I keep my hands clean. Hot, 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 hot. Now remember, I'm going to take whatever's here that I couldn't pull apart. I got over here in this, as you can see here. I'm going to take a hand mixer and stick in there, and I'm going to very carefully break that stuff up. And then my little secret, I know it's weird, but I use taco seasoning. And I'm just going to cook it in taco seasoning. Weird, but trust me, it works. Ah, landed on my lap. So that, stay there. This is all the meat that I've been cooking. It's very, very hot. So let me go get my hand mixer and a bigger bowl. Let me put some of this stuff in the sink, get it out of my way, and I will be right back. All right. We're going to use this one to mix it up in. Because it won't fly around when we're doing that. So we're just going to put in about half in here. And then I just stick this in here and turn it on low. And then I turn it up. Now, as you can see, this was fat. And see how it pulls it apart. I leave the fat on there because it wasn't a lot of fat, but I left it on there to flavor it. So look, I forgot a pot. 1, 2, 3, I'm ready for tomorrow. Okay, so as you can see, I have some of my liquid here. Okay, we're gonna pour the other half in here. I started on my level 1, and then once it starts really breaking this up, go to level 2 or 3. And then I go all the way up to 5. I'll lower it. There you go. It looks like this when I'm done. Alright. And so basically what I'm going to do now is I will return. But at this point, I'm going to take everything here. I will put this in my sink. I'm going to use a regular taco seasoning, pack it, and follow the directions. But I'm actually going to use the liquid that I cooked in because I don't like to let it go to waste. So if you'll give me some time here and bear with me, I will be able to change up my station here. I'm going to stick this here. Let's see. I got a message, but who did I get a message from? I'm a vegetarian, and I'm sure you know from reading my autobiography. Meat. Of course, I know that. I've read that autobiography many times. I got the hiccups. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now that I've found you, I have my source of caviar. I can finally give myself the power to time travel. There's no way we're gonna let you do that. Really? What do you think it's gonna do to stop me? We're gonna jump back to the beginning of the night so you have no idea this conversation just like you stuff like me. Wow. It's not that stuff I want you to. Okay, back to before Jane got here. We just have to stay careful. So she's never that's here. We're just talking. One other thing. The tacky also gives me the ability to remember every timeline that I'm in. So time jump off you want. I'll remember everything. Just so many taco seasonings. So you remember the whole conversation from before? And you know the word I will return one moment. Even if I didn't, you just told me again. Idiots. Don't make a joke about it. I also don't like humor. I'm not going to take you away from your time. But I'll be back. We need a vegetarian option. Eggplant. As a substitute meat would be delighted Jen to say it's just as good as meat. As that's what vegetarians do. I'll leave you now. Thank you for a lovely time. But what about dinner? I didn't know why you were coming over, and that's weird, and now I don't know why you're leaving, which is more weird. It's like we're dating. Hey, guess who just made it weirder? Guess my wonderful eggplant and masks on. Absolutely Very low heat. Oops. Okay. All right. Sorry. Um, what the heck, man? So with that being said, we have my corn husk for my awesome cheese tamales. And I'm just using, some people use a special cheese. I just use a, what you gonna call it, Colby Jack, because it is my favorite cheese. And I'm only gonna be making 14 of these. That is my preference. I do things in even numbers. So just kind of goes from there. I have a little section actually over here. Hold on. Very, very thirsty. 14, not 13, 14. So anyway, right now I'm just going through and I like to dry them as I work with them. And put them on the smoother side, not this rough side. So I have my one here. It's a pretty large size. I don't like to really cut them down if they're that large. I just like to work with it. I also have salsa I'll be adding into it. So I will put this down, trying to move things around and open everything so it's ready for me and ready to go. So this is the cheese I'm using. I use 2 pieces per tamale. So I'm gonna come on back down. Now remember, I haven't done this in a long time, so it may take me a couple minutes to get it to work right. Normally, I go from here and up, and I do not have like a steamer or a tamale pot or whatever. But personally, the way I'm gonna do it is basically make in a way a double burner, if I could say it like that. Um, and I'm going to use my metal colander to place my tamales into. See, this is still a little wet. I don't like using my spoon. Some people do. Personally, I don't, but whatever. I'm only doing it for video purposes. Luckily, these are going to dry a little bit better because that's the problem. See, it's still too wet. It slides right off. I mean, I could do it on the, you know what? I tell you what. Watch this. I can do it on the other side, but I was taught to do it on the smoother side. See how it stays a little better? Because it's able to grab and hold on to it. So, and again, I made the same, the masa, this orange, just added food coloring, but I added, whatchamacallit, the same, like the broth that the other food was cooked in. I wished I had a masa spreader, but I don't have one. Unfortunately. And this is just this is Hernandez, just regular classic salsa. Nothing special. And now I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this like so. Okay. And then I'm going to pinch this and it's up. So I'm just going to set this here. As you can see, everything's in there. So I'm just going to set it up and move forward. You know, it wasn't as hard as I remember it being. It really wasn't. I mean, I should have done it just on the smoother side. However, I did not, as you can see. Some of these, again, may be smaller. Um, I don't like to tear them unless they're like super, super big. But now look, I only go a little bit like halfway down. And then I cook them between 2.5 to 3 hours. I'll just check them as I go. I just want to wait for the masa to be completely clean, I mean cooked. But I use no more than 2 pieces of cheese, a little line of salsa. Again, we're gonna just fold this over and fold this over here. Turning it this way and flipping it up. So that's how I do it. And I just stack them over here. I'll show you over here. I'm stacking them against my beans because why not? Let me go stir this pot and I will be right back. Okay, I stirred my pot. And I tried to color these orange as well, but you know that didn't work. I use a towel instead of a paper towel. No, of course you're gonna stick, you old hussy. I don't know if Maya can see actually what I'm doing, but I'm going in the opposite direction. This way, it grips it better. And I'm thirsty, man. And I pre-separated these before soaking them. Oh, see, that's a really large one. So the way we do this is really large. So I'm just going to kind of pull this apart. Okay. I mean, some people say to soak these for at least 20 minutes before using them. If I remember correctly, the lady who taught me always did it for at least an hour and a half before she used them. So I did mine for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Um, well, it just tore. Okay, we're okay. We got this. We got this, man. It's okay. Why are you doing that? I'm not too concerned with that. Pasty, pasty, pasty. Booyah. And there we go. Pat, 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 and then dry. Ah, it's wanting to be retarded. Moving around on me. Geesh, weesh. I think Maya fell asleep. She's not talking. I'm talking to myself. And again, I've only made these like 2 or 3 times in my life. So if anyone's watching this, like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Well, you know what? This is what I learned and this is how I'm doing it. And they've always worked for me. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Look at that. Maya. Woo-woo. Look at that. What are you laughing at, Maya? How so? How is that gonna happen, Maya? You know, he did say, "Let me find out you can cook." So we're gonna see. He knows I can cook because I've cooked for him many a times. But this is the first time that he's ever eating tamales I've made. And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I can do it." He goes, "I'm not really big on tamales. I like tamale pie, which is basically you make tamales and then you put them in a pan and then you put chili on top and then you can put cheese on top and you cook it in your oven. You can put like onions and stuff as well, but you know, I may have to use regular masa and color it. You guys may have to see me color some more. I wasn't prepared for how much this was gonna take. You know what? Booyah. That works. Watch, I'm just gonna like trim the ends here. Wow. Yes, I have Maya. You away out of the darkness. Body tell nobody I'm not perfect. Something that would normally what? All right. Tamale. Tamale, tamale. Hello, boys. That little kid on the show gets on my nerves. Sounds stupid. Tell me more. All right, I'll be right back. I need to go stir that pot. Two, four, one, two, three, four. Okay. I only need to make four more cheese. So that means I've made 10 so far. What? It is 3:11. I've been doing this since about 8 o'clock Friday. It's now 3:11 on Saturday. Three. Yeah, she's counting down for me. Three more. That would totally freak him out. Clarissa. Talk to me, Maya. Talk to me. Talk to me. Keep me awake. This would go a lot easier if I had help. They're gonna assembly line, but you know what? It's fun. We're doing this. We got this. I dreamed that, but it's okay. Now, some people actually like to tie a string around their tamales to tell them apart. I'll just color my masa. Ouch, shoot. That was painful. Okay, yeah, but I can't always respond on Facebook, Smart. Piece of hair from the corn husk. Okay, one more. Wow, look at that. Huge. Oh, you huzzy. It just broke. This is my last one with the cheese. Booyah. All right. Unfortunately, I cannot answer my phone right now. All right. So now I'm going to take and clean out this bowl to a point and get this masa out of here. No, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to place each and every one of these in this bowl that I brought over here. I have a client that's calling me, and then I can't talk. Like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but she's over in Russia. So there we go. Cheese tamales. But see, and you can actually take some of the corn husks too and tie around the tamales. to tell them different, but we've done it differently. And I did forget to, okay. I did forget to start the water boiling. So that's what I'm going to go do real quick. And then it's cheese. Yeah, you want to see them again? Maya loves cheese. There you go, Maya. I'll go start my water and get that device set up. And I will place these in there once the water starts to boil. I'll turn it up, let it boil, all that good stuff. I'll also come back with some more corn husk and get busy. I'm gonna go and drain the beans and get them cooking as well. And hopefully, I will be done by 6 a.m. Hopefully. Okay. Move this over here. Put that there. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. All of these. So many to do. So here's my beef. It's really good. Now, because I'm going to place these over here. Go. I also have a pan over here. I can't move it now, but I have a pan over here that I'm going to put these in. And you're going to trim that down a little bit. I'm going to move this over. All right. Okie dokie. Put this over here. Now we're going to grab our masa. Yeah, that's good. So now we have the regular masa for our beef. I go all the way to the top too. I don't know if you noticed that, Maya. Did you notice? They go all the way to the top. I do it a little bit thicker than most people, but that's okay. I got my tongs. I'm gonna grab some meat. I like a lot of meat. Okay, and I put it right here in the center. And evenly spread it out. And I wrap it like so. And there you go. So you can see that. And we continue. I got a feeling I'm gonna be making lots of tamales. Yes, it is very beefy. Beefy like my man. I like my tamales like my man. Beefy. And sometimes a little cheesy. Because, yeah, my man has his moments. I was hoping she'd laugh about that, but I guess not. Am I pissing you off, Fafa? Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's so pretty and ripply. Hmm. I like my stuff thick. I was hoping that's gonna make her laugh. I'm trying to make this woman over here laugh. She's just acting brand new. Like, I don't even know. Uh-oh, my stuff is boiling. Be right back. Some more water's in there. Or not. Pour some water out. Now, okay, where is my bowl? Can I bring it over here? Um, I lost my bowl of cheese, so here they are. One moment. Right. Now, where is my where the foil go? Is that for like 60 minutes? I really wish I could be like my daughter and be sleeping right now. So tired. My phone keeps going off, which is weird. Like I'm charging it right now. If it needs to stop. Oh, darn it. Oh well, we can fix that. Uh-oh, I hear my daughter moving. See? Oh yeah. Say what? Pee in your shoes. We went to my daughter to watch some weird shit. See, that's what I was talking about. Since I used to, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it like that. I'm propping my feet up. Sorry. I had to readjust. That's so cute, she says. I don't want to do this no more. Remind me why I'm doing this, Maya. Remind me why I'm doing this. When she's right, she's right. Each and every one of these is made with love. And if I don't get a big hug and kiss for this tomorrow, I will be extremely disappointed. That's all I'm saying. He's probably going to be like, oh, we're selling these online. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start making these and selling these. No, I'm not. I do want to make that. I want to make a cheese tamale with peppers. I think that would be good. But I'm going to have to experiment with it. See what I like about it and what I don't like. Of course, my masa has no lard or anything in it. No Crisco, no lard, no like fat added to it. I think I said that in the beginning of my life, but I just want to say it again. Look at that. It's a little bit more masa in that one than meat. That's the glory about making things by hand. They're not always going to be the same. I don't know. I may have a few dozen here, so I don't know. We'll see. All right. Holy cannoli patoli popolies. Freaking corn has cares, man. See, Maya? So pretty. I don't even know how many I have right now. I'm just going with the flow. I grab, I go. 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 This one's gonna be pretty small. I've been doing this since around like what, 2:30? Maya? It's like 3 something. Almost 4. This could be ordinary someday. A very long time. F makeup. You should do a cooking show. F makeup. I am doing a cooking show. I just didn't film like my secret of how I season my meat and how I cook my meat. But I told what was in it, which was I had a special blend of spices that I used, and then I used minced garlic. I used onion, 1.5 things of onion. I used cilantro, beef broth. I cooked it on a slow cooker for a low temperature. Well, you know what I mean. Not a high temperature, a low temperature for 2 hours, and then I bumped it up for another 4 hours at the high mark, and then I took it out. I shredded it. All that's on the video. So, people said I should have been a chef, but I laugh about that. I'm starting to think maybe they were right. Haha, I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks funny when you're mad. And man, if I told my man he looked funny when he got mad, I'd be in the doghouse. Okay? I'd be in the doghouse. I would be in trouble. You should see, the only thing I don't like about cooking is the cleanup. And I have to get all that cleaned up when I'm done with this. And I don't know how many I'm going to get out of this, but we're going to find out. I'm just going to keep going until I stop. I'm not using these small pieces unless something tears, and then I'll use it. I like to use the bigger pieces. I still have more meat over there. Come on, stop moving. I have a tamale over here that keeps falling because it's for some reason not wanting to stand up the right way. I had that problem earlier when I was sticking them in the steamer. If you just work with it, they'll lay right. Oh yeah. See, I have so much more to go. She said, "Now it's a party, destroying expensive dolls." These are huge. It's like not working, which sucks. I guess I didn't dry it enough. We got this. Use my fingers. Ah, why are you gonna fold over like that? I wished I had a masa spreader. I have to go check on the beans that I put on, and I shall be back. These need to stop falling over. All right, just a moment. Okay, I'm done. So I have to rest my feet. For my feet are swollen due to being in a downward position for a very long time. And so I'm going to continue making my tamales, but that's how I do it. Thanks, guys.